Oh yeah, I forgot to put my hat on. So I'm going all natural. Hey guys, first off, I just wanted to say sorry that I'm not posting more. As you may or may not know, I'm a visual effects supervisor by my day trade. I'm currently working on the show Timeless Season 2. We're just super busy, but it's great. I'm bringing you guys lots of great television stuff. But anyway, big news today in the Panasonic GH5 world. They just announced the Panasonic GH5s camera coming out. And the big question is it something we should get? Specifically for me and what I do, is it something I should get as a visual effects supervisor working on set? And just to let you know what I use my camera for and kind of like my dream wish list in the camera as a visual effects supervisor. Number one, it has to take decent photos at least, because I have to shoot a lot of reference photos, texture photos, photos of actors, photos of objects, things like that. So I do need a still camera. Number two, I like it to be a mirrorless camera because I want it to be small and I want it to have a silent shutter so I can shoot while they're shooting the show. Number three is the video. It needs to shoot superb video because oftentimes I shoot plates and B-roll for visual effects. As of right now, the GH5 has been the perfect camera for all of these things. The only place that it suffers, and kind of like number four, is you do want the camera to be pretty good in low light. Why? Because when they shoot with the big professional cameras on set, like the Arri Alexa or the Red Weapon or something like that, they always have like the best glass, the best lenses. So they're always shooting at like a T-stop, which is slightly different than an f-stop, but basically the same thing. They're always shooting at like a T 1.3 or 1.4, so they're shooting as fast as possible. Anyway, the point is, if I'm using a still camera and I'm taking still photos, I need a lens that's really fast. Otherwise, I'm not gonna have the light on set to take the kind of photos I need. So like many of you guys, I went out and I looked at the GH5s specs and I looked at some of the videos that are already out there from some people that have earlier versions of it. You know, I gotta say, I just decided it's probably not for me. And here's why. So number one, I already have a GH5. Right here is my awesome GH5. If I didn't have a GH5, it would probably be a very different topic, but I already have one. So really what I'm asking myself is it a worthy upgrade to the GH5 for what I do specifically? The biggest problem is the stills thing. Unfortunately, in order to get better low light in this camera, they've really nerfed the ability to take stills. It only takes 10 megapixel stills, and that's just not good enough for me. Truthfully, the 20 megapixel stills that the GH5 takes is kind of the bare minimum of what I need. I actually really like, if I have the choice, I really like the Sony cameras that can shoot 40 megapixels, like the A7R or something like that, for stills specifically. Going back to the GH5s, they took away my resolution for stills. They took away the in-camera, in-body stabilization, which I really like for vlogging and stuff. It's not a big deal for set for me, because if I'm gonna shoot plates, I'm gonna use a tripod. But I do like that tripod mode in the GH5, and that's not gonna be there. That's kind of a bummer too. And the only thing I really get out of this camera, I think, is the low light. And I think it's great, but I've never, me personally, I've never suck out cameras just for their low light capabilities. I mean, maybe if I was gonna use the camera to shoot an independent film and I didn't want to spend that much money on light, or I wanted to use available light, it would probably be the perfect camera for that. Really what I wanna do is spend my money and invest in those faster lenses. The thing is, it seems like they're coming out with cameras monthly right now. So these cameras are becoming, I hate to say it, almost disposable. But the lenses, there's a lot of great work being put into lenses right now. And so if I were to spend my money, I would get a faster lens, which is exactly what I did for this GH5. I went out and I bought this lens right here. It's the 12mm Lumix Leica f1.4 lens. And I gotta tell you guys, this lens is awesome. This was the best purchase. I think this is a better purchase than buying a new camera personally. Why? I get that speed that I need on set. I can take photos in the low light. So I've gotten myself the same sort of stop gain that I would get with the faster ISOs in a lens that's gonna transfer to all of my micro four thirds cameras in the future. And while it's still an expensive lens, it's like a little over $1,000 or something like that. it's not the price tag of the GH5s, which by the way, is more expensive than the GH5. I have a friend named David Smith who owns the company drivingplates.com, and he uses Panasonic cameras to shoot driving plates that are mounted to cars. And he had a problem with the GH5 because the in-body stabilization was actually messing up the footage he was shooting. So by pulling it out, for him, the GH5s is the perfect camera, and the low light is great for him shooting nighttime plates and stuff like that. But again, specifically for me, I don't want to carry two cameras. I don't want to carry a still camera and a video camera with me on set. I want something that's small and light and can kind of do it all in one basket. And I gotta say, it's the GH5 with fast prime lenses. That is what I'm gonna stick to. The thing that's great about the GH5 and the GH5s, they're still gonna shoot that amazing high quality video that we need in visual effects in order to make it like even a viable contender for some kind of a plate. I'm curious to know what you guys think. If you have any specific questions about why you think the camera might be good for you or not good for you, I'm glad to answer them in the comment section. Hit me up with a like, hit me up with a follow. I will just end it on this. If you don't have any cameras, or you're looking to upgrade in the micro four thirds realm, and you are strictly a video shooter, you don't care about stills, then I think the GH5s is probably going to be the best camera out there on the market. I will say, if you're a vlogger, I don't think they invested anything in making the autofocus necessarily better. So there's a lot of people spending a lot of time talking about the low light, but some of the other issues haven't been addressed yet. So yeah, so it's a no for me, but maybe it's a yes for you. All right, well, that's it for this video. I hope this is informative. I will talk to you guys later.